Mario, Newsweek would like to know if you think it's more difficult to host a show like this or interview President Barack Obama.
I had the pleasure of interviewing the president right before the election here in Las Vegas, as a matter of fact, which was great. So I have a lot of fond memories of this time, whether it be when I'm working a fight for HBO or interviewing a president or hosting this event.
So you're not more nervous for this versus that?
No, I was very excited to meet him. It was more of like an excited, nervous, combined energy. It was a series of events that led to in meeting him, where I was coming from New York. I was actually roasting Matt Lauer, and from the flight not being on time to then forgetting my clothes to security and the Secret Service not almost letting me in. And he was really cool when I did meet him. He said, "Mario, I have to give you a speech. Can you hang on a second?" Sure, take your time. And then he was very gracious with his time. So this again too. I mean, I'm excited to be here, and I love live television. So I've been around a little while, so I don't really get too nervous anymore. But I get excited. I genuinely get excited every time.
Mario Lopez, the skills you describe, being this live host on television and handling all these people that all want to win something, is very similar to a politician. Do you think you'd ever run for office or just get involved in politics?
Well, I've always been fascinated with politics, and I'm a big fan and a bit of a political nut. And entertainment business is, some often say, a version of politics. So in essence, I already am. But to answer your question in all seriousness, I think later on, political aspirations have crossed my mind. And I'm all about giving back to the community and really helping people, and I like people genuinely. So I definitely don't rule it out for the future.
Well, what do you think the new president should focus on first? He's only been in office a couple days.
Well, I mean, I can't remember in modern times a president has had so much in his plate due to the economic climate and due to the situations in the Middle East, and I think he's so far has done a remarkable job of just keeping his cool and making this transition as smooth as possible and setting the agenda and being very clear on what he wants. And so I think he's going to do a great job at handling the problems at bay, and then with his own policies coming the second term.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about your abs, your physique, and now President Barack Obama, there's a lot of conversation about his. Did you give him any advice, any workout advice, or how to be photographed?
He's got a lot on his plate, so I didn't necessarily give him advice, but I did coincidentally talk to him about fitness when I interviewed him, and it's clearly very important to him because he's probably one of our more fit presidents that we've ever had, I think, in our history of our country, and that's important to him. He does it every morning, he told me, very early in the morning, and so I was glad that we had to cover that subject.
One more quick question. He asked you to get involved. He said one of the reasons he won the presidency because of young people getting involved, and he wanted you to do something for the community. So is there anything you've done for the community you want to tell us?
Well, I've been involved in my community long before I interviewed the president, and being a former Boys Club member, and also involved with the Big Brothers and Big Sisters organization, constantly giving my time and donating a lot to them and helping build organizations throughout the inner city where I grew up, and we'll be partnering with Everlast this year as well, and helping to build gyms inside these boys clubs and to keep these kids motivated, and not only just off the street, but we also have an epidemic with overweight kids. I mean, this is the first time, unfortunately, where parents might actually outlive their kids, and that's a serious problem. So I'm trying to do as much as I can there, and I'm also going to be running the LA Marathon to help raise awareness and money, and so I'm very involved in the community since I'm trying not to forget where I came from.
So you sure you don't want to announce you're running for anything on Newsweek.com?
Not at the moment. Maybe we've got a couple years yet to go.
Thanks, Mario Lopez.
All right, you got it.